Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back to another episode of RDY Podcast. My name's Angus.
My name is Reem.
We got two guests back again. Yay, Isla and Aurora. Woo! Okay, today, hot topic. Modern dating. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with it?
Well, I think we have a good mix of like age groups and I don't know, modern dating, like when I was dating before I found you, it was, I think, straightforward. There was just a lot of bad apples, and it was easy to weed them out. But I feel like nowadays, the younger the kids get, or the younger generation has it way harder. But
Wait, why is it bad?
why is it hard?
Is it just the choices or just so bad?
Yeah.
I think there's also just a lot of things that have been normalized because if you look at it from long time ago till now, dating and boundaries and all that stuff has changed so much from what it is now.
What's changed?
What's normalized?
I would say like hookup culture is
Hookup
a big
culture.
thing. Like if you are a girl that's trying to find a relationship or a boy, going on dates doesn't mean they want you or it doesn't mean like they want a commitment. It's just they could just be like doing something casual or they just want to fuck.
Yeah.
So that's where the line where you can get easily played. So yeah.
What if you told them like, I want to be in a relationship?
On the get-go?
Well, I guess that's the point of dating, right?
Honestly, I have done that.
But there's like a lot of like love bombing and like
A lot of, it's not you, it's me. I need to work on myself.
a lot of like some guy I wouldn't say guys, maybe girls too, right? Some people will really
You can
push
say
it.
guys. Majority of it's guys. I get it.
Majority of it is
Okay.
guys. I would have to put it out there. Like obviously some girls are like that too, but I feel like a lot of people push somebody's boundaries to see how far they can get in a certain situation.
Like a no commitment kind of thing?
Yeah, like they'll try to push to see how far they can get, or you know, a lot of people like manipulate, you know, to see how far they can get before they get what they want. You know, obviously.
I notice a lot of people use another as a placeholder before they find their type or their ideal type. So like a temporary girlfriend before they settle and find their girlfriend, if that makes sense. Like
a
there's
Yeah.
well, not a roster. That's another thing we can talk
Just
about.
kind of someone that you won't commit to while you're like out there. Is that what you're
Searching,
saying?
yeah.
Searching.
Oh, okay.
And then like once it's like, oh yeah, like that's like somebody that I want to be with. It's kind of like you slowly flake out with the other person
Yeah.
While
lead
they're
them
in a
on.
relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's different.
Oh, I thought you said dating.
Yeah,
while they're-
like
I like
talking
dating
to
a bunch of
people.
people. I think that's okay, right? Because you're just meeting as long as you tell them your expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know that you're in a relationship and you're like,
It's not cheating.
It's
look, yeah, that is
yeah,
cheating.
that is
yeah,
That's straight up cheating.
but I think what she's talking about is like a non-labeled relationship.
Oh, so situationship.
like
Yeah,
a situationship.
situationship.
Yeah.
That was-
Define a situationship, because for everyone it can mean different. Like it's a whole spectrum of things, but in my experience, at least, a situationship is where, you know, they treat you like a girlfriend when you're alone, but then when you're outside you're like a friend. To family members you're a friend, but then when it's just you two, you're like a boyfriend girlfriend. And then you know, the love starts to develop from there. But then after a certain period of time, it's always 3 months. It's always 3 months.
Really?
So
It's always 3
by the
months.
time they hit the 3-month trial period, they start to get distance. They start to act cold, and they say things like, "Oh, I'm not really ready for a relationship." It takes them 3 months to realize that.
It's the 3-month free trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to pay for
Oh.
the rest of the package.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what were your guys' situationship like?
I would have to say, yeah, like I feel like I agree with you. Situationship's definitely something where you're very exclusive in private, but in in like public when you're out, it's like you're just a friend. It's like a friends with benefits thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know,
so
it's a benefit.
now I remember what I was gonna say. But what if this guy doesn't like to be all like PDA, right? He's like, oh, it's just, I like to leave it. A lot of guys want to be very macho,
Yeah.
so they're like, oh, I can't really show my sensitive sides outside. It makes me feel weak.
Okay, but what if he introduces you to his family and he goes, "This is my friend Reem."
Oh, cool, well, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, if it's at the friend card,
Yeah.
then yeah. But if you're outside, but you know, just don't act all like baby or that
Cutesy.
PDA. Yeah, PDA
Yeah.
like that touchy. Like, is that a red flag?
That's not necessarily.
I feel
wrong.
I feel like it depends on what, I think you were going to say it. I feel like it depends on what boundaries or what you've set in that relationship. Because I feel like a lot of people, when you do initially start talking, it's like, okay, like, what are you looking for? Right? Then it's like, oh, like, I'm looking for like a lot of, you know, nowadays a lot of guys are either emotionally unavailable,
Yeah. Commitment issues.
and so it's like,
Gotta
oh, like,
focus on basketball.
yeah, literally. And so,
No way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got told that twice, but with different sports.
wow.
So,
Yeah.
especially because I'm 19, but in high school, I never want to be single again. I'm so grateful to be in a healthy relationship because I got played so badly being a lover girl in the dating scene, because especially in high school, because I didn't notice, but the older age groups, you guys didn't find people through like Snapchat. Like that wasn't normalized.
See, I didn't even know you can find people through Snapchat. So I kind of want to know actually how this
Yeah,
works.
because people is usually just like quick add someone and then they'll snap them like, hey, and then you'll start a conversation. And then a lot of people build their roster on there and find girls. It's very easy to find people on there.
How do you add? I thought you need to be like, hey, what's
Can
a
I
Snapchat?
show it just like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I'll really show
So
you
I
guys.
thought the whole Snapchat thing is like you have to meet that person, get their ID, and then that's how it works, right? Or their
Because they have this
QR code.
thing.
you can like write the person's like username also.
Yeah.
But now there's like the whole quick add thing, but I didn't even know
What
that.
does quick
So
add
when
do?
if it says add friends,
hold on.
oh sorry, you can, these yellow buttons, you can just add anyone, and these
And
are
they're-
mostly like mutuals. Like this one says 4+ mutuals, 50+ mutuals, and that's how people will find like
Is
people
it-
of interest in their area. And
Oh, in their area. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's so weird. It's like you don't know how the person
exactly, that's
looks
why
like.
some people when they see like, oh, you're not my type, they just like ghost you or like unadd you.
But with the quick add, what if you don't have mutuals? How does that work? Is it people in your area?
It should be, yeah. I think because Snapchat, they put people in your area or like, I don't know, they just recommend people. I
Dang,
don't know how it
Snapchat's
works.
turning into a dating app.
It's
What?
been like that. Like I hate how the standard was, what's your snap? Like it was the biggest ick for me when I was single if someone asked me for my snap, because it just means like you're just trying to add me to your roster.
yeah.
Like you're not trying to like
Snapchat
you don't want
was a-
something serious.
Yeah, Snapchat's a very rostery like app, I would say. It's like even if you're like talking to somebody online and they're like, oh, like what's your snap? Like let me add your snap. It's very like, oh, like you're not gonna ask for my Instagram, because I feel like Instagram is basically everybody's portfolio. Like almost
that's what-
everybody
numbers
has
too.
it.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, isn't that equivalent to Instagram? But you said it's more professional.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
you've
a link. It's like a
established-
LinkedIn.
but for social.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
social.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I mean you have your family on there and like your like high school photos and your soccer games from
Okay. What if he has
know.
only one picture
Or no pictures.
or no pictures?
I see a lot
Like
of
on
kids like on Instagram they either take off their profile picture or they have 0 posts.
I think that's why when guys hit a girl up, they don't respond to you because you don't have a fire portfolio. You know?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
like because they don't know like what you look like. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
if like Instagram, if like a guy's on Instagram slide in your DMs and you like check out their followers and you don't have photos, it's like, okay, well, I don't know how you look
Yeah,
like.
it could be like a 50-year-old dude.
Yeah.
I never know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you don't want to get catfished.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Been there.
Have you guys ever been catfished on Snapchat?
I wouldn't say Snapchat, but I would definitely say like I've gotten like catfished.
My ex.
Oh,
I would have to say like a lot of people, like especially on dating apps, because dating apps are such a big thing now. Like
Yeah.
everyone's meeting on dating apps. I feel like nobody's going out anymore. And if people are going out, it's like people are going out to have fun and all they want to do is hook up.
Yeah.
So I feel like nowadays, like, you know, if you meet someone in the grocery store, like obviously depends on where you meet a person. But like I feel like a lot of the times when because people are so busy, obviously in Vancouver, living in the city, everyone's going out on like a Friday night, a Saturday night to party, and like everyone's just going out to hook up, have fun. And so I feel like on these dating apps, it's kind of essentially the same thing. But like I've had some friends that have met their boyfriends or girlfriends on dating apps and have been in like good relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys prefer organic, like meeting, I don't know, let's say at a supermarket or at a club? Probably at a club is the worst place to meet someone, right? But is that better than on a dating app though?
I think it's very situational.
I honestly, maybe I am just like a bit oldie fashioned. Well, I wouldn't say that because not really, but I would have to say I would prefer to meet somebody like the organic way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you'd want to establish that, like break the ice and establish that little acquaintance connection first, right? I feel like on a dating app, it's very like you kind of just look at the person, you're texting, and you know, it's like you don't really have like an idea of like how this person could come off or how this person could be before you can actually make a decision. It's kind of like you're going on like a blind date essentially, right?
I feel like dating apps, it makes it clear that they're at least looking for something.
Yeah.
But I know people do go on there just because they're bored and for casual. So that's where like the problem with modern dating is kind of tricky because you don't know what are people's intentions.
But they write looking for a relationship long term on their description.
Oh, I know, but my friend, he went on a date with someone that said like long term, and then she said, "Oh, I'm not looking for something like long term." So it was like weird. Like,
what?
I think it's just her way of saying you're not my type.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
want to know
Really?
something too? I've actually heard of people who look for long term, like long term meaning long term. I'm not looking for a long term to marry relationship,
What?
but I'm looking for like a long term 6 month, 1 year relationship that's going to last just this amount of time before like something.
Yeah.
Like
I know
say for
people
example,
like
like
that.
you're fleeing the country you're leaving and you're going to like, I don't know, like you're leaving to live in the States or something, and you end up finding someone and you're like, oh, I want this like little 6 month relationship before I get the fuck out of here.
Yo, isn't that tiring?
That's a lot of energy.
I'm right. But like some
'Cause
people,
you-
like they'd rather not be alone.
Yeah.
Like they just like rather keep people
I have
around
heard
for
of
their own
that.
benefit just so
Yeah.
they have someone.
So need that company.
Yeah, basically.
That's a lot of emotion that you gotta put in, and then when you
And it's like some people like fully commit, like they're fully committed to each other.
Yeah.
But it's like they just know that it's gonna be like a temporary, long.
Yo, the heartbreak.
Yeah,
Isn't that gonna like crush you? It's definitely gonna crush me.
not my thing.
That's
personally.
not my thing.
Oh,
not my
But
thing,
I do
but-
know people that do that, and it's very. I feel like it's draining for your friends too.
So I guess it's better to communicate in the beginning to say what you're looking for. But then feel like a lot of people lie about it, right? They get into a relationship, it's like, oh yeah, like it's not me, it's you. Oh no, it's the other way around. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
You know how you were mentioning in high school, people were saying like they were too busy for basketball.
Yeah.
So like, how does it work? They're like, oh, I can't go on this date. I'm too busy playing basketball. I'm training every day.
Like I would say, like when things get serious and they realize like, oh, you actually want something serious, going to a different province for like a different sport, which is like reasonable.
Yeah.
But then other people are just like, yeah, go focus on ball, and like, I don't see you D1.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
shoot.
so what happened? How been focusing on basketball?
You ain't that good.
You're not him.
Stop dreaming.
That's why people don't go for like sports players.
Oh,
'cause A lot of them are
really?
like F boys.
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
I agree with that too. I feel like also like a lot of guys that are into sports, they like, especially like when like obviously like I'm at this point now where like a lot of my friends are just graduated, and so I have a lot of friends that are starting to play like sports like outside of university, and so I notice like they end up like traveling a lot or going to different like provinces and stuff, and I feel like a lot of these guys just have like, I have a friend actually that plays in the NLL,
Ooh.
and he like travels a lot and stuff. And so I noticed like a lot of these guys just kind of like they're only there temporarily, and it's like, okay, well, I'm so busy like playing sports and practice and training that like I just want something for the night.
Yeah.
And then they have to come back to Vancouver, come back to Toronto, or like wherever they live, and they come back here for a couple like weeks, and then they're back somewhere else for a couple weeks. So it's like when they can't sustain something like that, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I just want something fun for like one night.
Oh.
Temporary.
Yeah.
But at least they know what they want though, right? I guess.
Yeah, but what was it like during your era? You know, were high school jocks like that too?
Well, I wasn't a jock, so I don't know. I was the nerdy kid. I don't know. I didn't date until like super late. Yeah, just because I made a promise to my mom. I was like, I study hard, but I didn't start dating until I was like 26, like very late. Yeah. Just because I was super focused on my career
Nice.
and education, and I was just so busy to the point I didn't have time.
Was
Yeah,
that
makes
like,
sense.
was a lot of people like, say, like in your age group, like when you were in high school, were they all dating in high school, or were there people that were dating, or was it more like afterwards?
No, there was a lot of. I think it's pretty common to date in like high school, even elementary. I feel people do that. No, I feel like people do it, right?
They do.
You're my girlfriend. Oh, you touch my hand. Oh, I think we're boyfriend now. Right?
Oh my god, let's hug.
Yeah, just like, oh, she
That's
kind of likes
basically
me.
kissing.
You want to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the hallway and hug?
Oh my god, we built
go to the
sandcastles
office
together. I
together.
think she likes me. So I think high school it's pretty common because everyone, like everyone's going through puberty.
Yeah.
Hormones are kind of like
Yeah.
kind of crazy, so
Yeah.
everyone is dating each other. But I think it's pretty common to date in high school.
Yeah.
But then university is like a whole different thing too, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's even trickier because, especially in my age, people don't want a commitment right now because they want to like
Focus on school.
focus on school, but also because they're in their party era. This is where people like say like, they want to like go
Do
to
the
the
raves?
frats, to the clubs, find like a girl, just have fun. So
Yeah.
I feel like
that's like everyone nowadays though. Like I feel like even guys like that are 25, 26, it's like you meet them and they fully are just like, oh, like I'm not looking for anything. Or like, oh, I can't like commit to anything right now.
Do you ever feel like people like that, like guys and girls,
They shouldn't even be dating.
they shouldn't be even dating? And do you think that they're stuck in their high school phase? Like they're trying to recreate or relive their popularity?
I think
in
they
high
just
school?
don't even know what they want.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think it's that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe they just haven't emotionally matured.
The frontal lobe's not
frontal
developed.
lobe.
Yeah, I think it's the dating apps. They kind of mess you up in the head too, because you have so many options. It's like a buffet, right? Just can't make up your mind.
It's like swipe left or right if you want.
Yeah, and
something.
it's so accessible. It's so easy. It's just there. You're like, it's the dopamine. It hits really hard.
100%.
Like
But then later they're like, oh, I'm really looking for a relationship. But they're talking to like 7-8 people. And you're like, well, you're kind of the red flag. to be
Yeah.
honest.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think dating app is the problem. If we totally erase dating app, would it fix it though? Because I feel a lot of people. Okay, Aurora, would you make the first move?
Of what?
I don't know. Like you see a good-looking guy at a grocery store, and you'd be like,
Oh yeah.
You kind of
This is what my dad would always say, but there's this I don't know. I don't know if I
okay,
should say this.
he's across from the other cashier, and you look at him like, damn.
I'm not
kinda
even
fine.
kidding. Okay, there's this
check me
guy.
out?
Yeah.
There's this guy that works at this Meridian Get at me. Ooh,
Okay.
I don't know if you should cut that out. I don't want him to know that. That's okay.
Do you think he'll know?
I don't think you'll know.
There's a lot of dudes in.
Yeah,
He's probably that one old guy's like, I think she's talking about me. I still got it.
There's this one guy, and I've been like, he's so fine. Like, he's just so fine. And like, I've been telling my friends, and I'd be like, I'm gonna go up to him, and I've almost done it too. Like, I've literally fully almost, because like, I feel like I have the guts to go up to a guy. Like, I feel like that's just me. Like, I know there's like the whole standard where it's like, oh, the guy should make the first move, but I feel like I fully like, I have gone up to guys and been like, hey, like, I think you're cute, or like, I think you're fun. Like, yeah, you got Instagram.
Shoot.
I've fully
And those
had
guys
the-
are
had
like,
the mo-
hell yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah but that one
Yo,
guy
good for
there
you.
Yeah, the one guy there that works there, he's and
Shoot
so
your
I've been like thinking about it, but then like I've been getting scared. And
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm like, no,
so
maybe
what's your
not.
move? Like, if you were
What's
to
your
do it,
go-to line?
would you like
know?
spill like a bunch of potatoes? Be like, oh, whoops.
Oh.
Could you help me?
My go-to is honestly like it's so like basic. I'll literally just walk up to you and just be like, hey, like I'm sorry, but like I just think we're
Clean
fine.
up on aisle 5.
I'm the hot mess here.
That one was good.
That was good,
That was
right?
good. That was good. I got game. Okay, anyways.
You should do that.
No, I actually should.
You should,
Oh
and
my
then-
god, you should tell him and then run to that aisle and be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the hot mess. You know? Like,
Instant
Run to the aisle,
rejection.
take a bag of peas, just rip it. Just be like, it's a mess here. You're going to help me clean it?
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Instant rejection.
no.
Or he's going to be like, wow, she's so funny.
No, for real. Because I know guys do
Gamble.
like it when
No,
the girls
gu-
make the first move.
Guys love it
Mm-hmm.
when girls can make the first move. Because they're like, wow, she's different. Unless the guy's insecure, then,
Yeah.
don't date those guys.
Yeah. I was like one of those people that like did not want to make the first move. Like just like giving, like just the fact in my head of like giving that guy, like any guy validation that I gave them, that I noticed them. It just like for some reason it just like icked me. So I never made the first move. But honestly, it's a sign that you should, because my current boyfriend, I finally made the first move because
No
I was eyeing
way.
my boyfriend. He was my gym crush for like months, and I was gonna move gyms, and then but he ended up asking me if I was done with this machine, and so my me being delusional, I was like, oh my god, he wants me. This is my sign.
Maybe
My-
he did want you.
And he did want me. So I shot my shot, and then now he's my wifey. So
Oh, so
make the first shot.
so how
even
did,
if
what was your
it's-
move? You're just like,
because he was best friends with my classmate.
yeah.
So I asked him, and then he like did like a little word, like, hey, this shorty wants you, and then this guy would still want to go up to me after that. And so like I was like, okay, I was just gonna leave, like whatever, he doesn't want me. And then he just like purposely walked in front of me just so I could go up to him.
Props to you. No, I made the move, right?
Yeah,
Did I make the move?
You chat me up, but then like first move, me holding your hand, I did it first.
Yeah, she did the, so it was like during winter time, right? So it was pretty,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
during
pretty-
winter time, and then we were walking along the seawall, and she's like, oh, do you want
A heat pack.
yeah, you want a heat pack? Oh no, she's like, oh, you want something to warm your hands? So in my head, I'm like, oh, she has like a heat pad, like those pocket heat pads. It's like, oh yeah, sure. And I just put my hand, and she grabs it. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
And then I just didn't know what to do. I was like,
Aww.
this is new.
You got him fluttering.
Usually it's the other way around. Yeah, so that took me, but I was like, damn, she's different. Good different. But I think we can wrap it up there. So basically, modern dating is messed up. But best way to do it is just go up to someone and ask. But if they don't have the time, I guess,
Make your intentions clear.
okay, intention's
Yeah.
clear. And
Be straight up. Don't waste anyone's time. That's the worst
Okay.
thing you can do.
So open communication. And then if you're not ready for a relationship, just say you're not ready
Yeah.
for one, right? Instead of like dragging it on and then wait 3 months, be like, oh, it's not really into it.
Yeah.
I do have another point. I do want to
Yeah.
hear your guys' opinion on if it's not too late.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like for your guys' age group, was it a thing where after a guy would like hook up with you, they just like wouldn't want to do anything with you after? Because that's pretty
Common.
common.
I think that's
at
pretty
our age.
common.
Yeah,
back then,
I've
too.
been with I've dated a couple of guys who were maybe a couple years older, and they still had that problem. They were 94, 95 babies, and they still had that problem.
I think it's just more of a commitment issue.
Yeah.
And they don't know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They want the good stuff, but they don't want like the being locked in,
Yeah.
right? Because then they don't have the freedom to like do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those people just don't date in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
don't like manipulate a girl or a guy
Just 'cause you want some pussy.
Just because you want like you want to like
To put it bluntly.
yeah, like, just because you want to get some, like there's other people out there. Like don't waste somebody's time.
Yeah, and there's
Just 'cause you wanna do
toys.
that.
You can just
Yeah.
satisfy with it that way.
There's
There you go.
porn for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if If you want to be in a relationship, just let them know. But if you don't want to get into one, or you don't want the commitment, just
Let them know. Just
let them know and just get toys, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you enjoy this podcast, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification button, and give us a follow. Put in the comments, do you think there's something wrong with the modern dating? And if there is, what is your solution to fix it? And if you're an F-boy, just put it down there so we all know
Yeah.
to avoid you.
For real.
Yeah, all our socials in the description below. Hope you like this podcast, and we'll see everyone on the next one. Bye.
Bye.